Oh, shoot. It's almost 6. Okay. Ah! Yeah, I built this attic. It's structurally sound. What are you talking about? Cool. Thanks, Matt. Ooh, it's the church bells. That means it's 6. I kind of like that. There. We're gonna listen to the bells. You guys can't hear them though because of the microphone. So screw the bells. Let's do a show. Hi. Hello. This is supposed to get easier. That's okay. What is this? What is this? It's a reflection. It's a reflection, but what is it a reflection of? I don't know. This little dot here. Don't know. It's magic. It's magical. That's what it is. It's a busted pixel. All right. Welcome back to my attic. This is the 3rd time I'm doing this. Now it's officially a routine. And anyway, it is April the 2nd, 2020, in the great now times that are not the before times. And I am in Sylva, North Carolina, but I was scheduled to be in Tokyo, Japan. So we're here in my Tokyo, Japan themed show tonight. So I'm going to just start because otherwise I feel incredibly awkward and the church bells will drown me out. I was in Japan a couple of years ago. I try to go every year. Obviously, that's not happening this year. And 2 years ago, in August of 2018, I went and studied puppetry with Hachioji Kuruma Ningyo. I learned so much Japanese just to be able to speak to my sensei. It was amazing. Nishikawa-san, he's fantastic. He's incredible. Look them up. I will give links later. And he taught us this dance that we did with the puppets in a style called Kuruma Ningyo, which is a type of bunraku. And I can't remember the dance. I took a video so I would remember it later. But it was done to this folk tune called Sakura. Sakura is cherry blossoms. It's often the name of Japanese restaurants. And I was going to go to Japan this season for cherry blossoms. And I don't get to. But luckily, we have cherry blossoms here. And so I have consecrated my attic with sakura. And if I had, kids around or friends who lived here, I would have them throw sakura. Oh. But right now I just have old leftover paper boats full of play a song, Valerie. Set dressing. This is the worst. Whatever. This song is Japanese. You guys aren't going to know it anyway. Japanese folk songs. Woohoo! Their melodies are different than ours. So this song is very unusual for English speakers. And I'm sorry, but I'm secretly not.
No
I'm sorry to my Japanese friends because I screwed up the ending at the very end, but the Americans didn't know at all, and neither did the Czechs. I don't know why I took this off. This is like all ukulele night here in the attic. So let's see. Cherry blossoms, set dressing. I took a walk today because this week has been real hard. Really hard. And that's okay. That is our lives now. I won't get into it because it's the same as everyone. Only it involves a bit more of trying to get to another country that is just a lot of work. And that's okay. I am going to do a song about that later. But first of all, I guess I'm going to stick with Japanese very loosely and say to my friends from Japan who may or may not be watching, 今日は私の友達の誕生日です。Which is, today is my friend's birthday. My friend Sarah has a birthday. That's right, guys. I'm a real person outside of my attic who mostly stays at home and walks around outside collecting cherry blossoms to do this with. So, Sarah Santiago, I picked this bouquet of violets for you. Can you see them? Can you see them? The lighting is terrible, they all said. And she said, ambiance, right back at them. So these are violets. And they're really high in vitamin C. So I'm eating these in your honor. And despite the fact that I am a seasoned gosh darn professional, I learned the chords to Happy Birthday this morning. It is a shame that I never learned it, but I didn't, and now I do. So, everyone can sing along in the comfort of their own homes. It's not just Sarah's birthday, it's lots of people's birthday. And it will be lots of people's birthdays if you replay this for them. So, yeah. Mileage. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. Once more, so that you can send this to whoever you want who isn't named Sarah. Hi, friend. I hear it's your birthday. In the now times. That must suck. But here, this is for you. And so, here's a small portion of this half-eaten violet bouquet. It's high in vitamin C. Ooh, that one may have had a bug in it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend whose name I'm not quite sure of. Happy birthday to you. All right, that's worth at least 2 animated GIFs. Or GIFs, I don't care, because I'm here to build bridges. And eat violets. All right, so, yes, I'm a person outside of my attic. And you can like send me messages on Facebook or Instagram or what? Well, not Instagram. I'm really bad at getting back on Instagram. Or WhatsApp or the telephone or in the postal service. And you can say, hey, Valerie, you probably don't have anything else going on. And that's partly true. Here's a song that I think you will like. Or here's a song that I desperately want you to play. Or here's a song and it's only 2 chords and they're pretty easy to learn. Love those. My friend Maureen did exactly that a few days ago, and she said, hey Valerie, I think you should do this song. And I was like, I don't know. And then I listened to it, I was like, oh my god, I should do this song. There's one line in it that I think is hilarious, and I told it to my friend Ellis in Canada. Hello, if you're watching. I like the milk bag. And And I said, there's this line, you'll get a pain and ruin your tum-tum. And he said, I hate that line. And he even gave it a thumbs down. He's like, I don't like that line. So, hey, Milk Bag, that line's for you. I also want you to know this song was written in 1928. It knew what was coming. Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Eat an apple every day, get to bed by 3. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Be careful crossing streets, ooh, don't eat meat, ooh, cut out sweets, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your tum-tum. Keep away from bootleg hooch when you're on a spree. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Wear your flannel underwear when you climb a tree. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Don't sit on hornets' tails, ooh, or on nails, ooh, or third rails, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your bum bum. Keep away from bootleg hooch when you're on a spree. Or take care of yourself, you belong to me. Beware of frozen ponds, ooh, peroxide blondes, ooh, stocks and bonds, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin all of our bankrolls. Keep a spoon out of your cup when you're drinking tea. Or take care of yourself, you belong to me. Oh, take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Ah, my nose itches so bad. Ah, don't touch your face. Wash your hands. I need to remember to take a drink of water before I sing anything. Especially anything that's in late 1920s type of voice. It's hard. Could you hear me struggling in the beginning? I almost stopped. And then I said, no, Valerie, 30 minutes or less. This one's going to be less. This one's going to be way less. It's only 6:14, and I'm nearing the end of my patience. No, I'm nearing the end of the little show. I don't know. There's a Sharpie. I'm going to need this Sharpie later for paper time. But, so yeah, I had a really hard week. Ta-da! And I know I'm not the only one. So I wanted to go back to a song that I started writing a couple weeks ago when this all started. And I wrote it and I performed it in the very first Toys in the Attic show. And because it is super a work in progress, and I'm actually playing it on a different instrument right now because I left my accordion downstairs because it's getting hot up here. I want to keep playing it so that I keep learning it and to see how it evolves. So bear with me. It's not a happy one, but it's not a sad one either. It's just real. It's just reality right now. It's just kind of messed up. So I think I have cherry blossom and, ooh, don't let me forget the booze, people who I can't hear. I've got special Japanese booze. I'm going to try this special Japanese booze now while I'm thinking of it. This, I actually got in Japan on my very first trip to Japan at the very end of 2016, because I don't know if you remember, but 2016 was a real bad year, which is funny because 2020 is just blowing it out of the water. But 2016 was bad, and I went to Japan for the very first time to start 2017 amazingly. Just, that was, I saved up all my money. I bought a ticket in like May and went for New Year, and it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And if you know me well, you know that I try to travel every New Year. I used to try to go somewhere new, and then a little village in the Czech Republic broke me, and now I go and I spend Sylvester with them, and then I go somewhere else over the New Year holiday. Anyway, I got this Kahlua, but matcha. So green tea, it's like boozy green tea latte. Coffee liqueur, but green tea coffee liqueur. That is okay. This is a mixer. It's real nice, but it is also very strong, very much alcohol. It even says alcohol 20%. So that's strong for me. But yeah, in Spanish it says licor delicioso. But yeah, my little matcha Kahlua. I say that it goes on top of snowballs. That's what I do with it. But considering this bottle is 2 years old and I think has been drank that much of, I don't do it very often. Yay, Valerie's alcohol collection. This show is weird.
Whole days before I broke down crying, and I got a postcard from the time before. Walking through crowded streets, it still feels like hiding. I'll keep moving forward, no longer sure what toward. For 2 weeks to 18 months, I'm going to claw at silver linings and carve out a space here for everyone I know. In 2 weeks to 18 months, I'm going to fly across the world. I'm going to grab hold of everyone I love, and I can get through this, and you will get through this. We will guide each other through this. Until then, we'll sing each other's songs in languages we don't quite know. If you'll just keep singing along, I might forget I'm here alone. And I can get through this, and you will get through this. We can get each other through this. Until then, we'll sing each other's songs in languages we don't quite other songs in languages we don't quite know. If you'll just keep singing along, I might forget I'm here alone.
That's always a fun one to end in total silence. But that is our life. Yuka lecture, Tanjobi, Sakura, cherry blossoms, violet bouquet. Have I covered everything? Is it paper time? I think it's paper time. So, I had a much bigger marker downstairs and I forgot to bring it upstairs. So, the next and stupid cherry blossoms everywhere. That was a decision I made as I was walking and not thinking about cleanup. Our next and final song is our closing hymn of every concert, and it is Row, Row, Row Your Boat. I still always encourage people to send me versions of it. I am finally starting to think, oh, I will make this track. And I'll make it so that people can see it or listen to it as it evolves so they can add stuff to it. It's going to be super, super, super open source. Open source is a nice way of saying I'm not going to do it myself. I want to teach you my favorite kanji. And so I will show you. It is not super complicated, but not super simple either. But I learned it, and it is a little picture, and it is just my favorite little thing. So, take your piece of paper. I'm going to draw out the strokes. So the first, this Sharpie is dying. The first stroke is a little stroke across the top. And then we're going to give 2 little tick marks like that. It looks sort of like an upside down not equal sign. This is actually flower. This is the radical for flower. That's going to be important because it has to do with the meaning of this kanji. Then we're going to draw a long box. I won't get into stroke order because that's difficult. Sorry, everyone from Japan. So draw this long box, and then we're going to add 2 more ticks in that. And that is eyeball, but on its side. Eyeball is normally done like this. We're gonna put it like this. So now we have a reclining eye, and then over it we have flowers. And then we're going to give it a surface, this sort of table surface, just a straight line. It's got a tiny little tick right here that's sort of a bump like that. And then underneath it, and that's just table, that's just the surface that the eye person is reclining on, seeing the flowers float in front of them. And then we have this kind of like a 7. I just want to help you before I finish the whole thing. Then we have this. This is basically evening or moon. It's kind of like a little crescent moon evening. And this is, here we have our moon. So the story of this kanji is to lay down with open eyes and see flowers floating above you at night. And the kanji means dream. It's yume, and it's dream. And I love this because I can visualize laying down horizontal eye and the idea of flowers floating in front of your eye as is a dream. It's just, to me, it is a very beautiful kanji. Japanese is a beautiful language. more of you should learn it so that I have people to talk to about how pretty it is. My grammar is terrible, but that's okay. これは大丈夫です。That is okay. So, here we are at the end. I'll see you next week. Hey, look, we made it to 30 minutes because I talked a lot. Start over and we'll use the bells instead. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, I'll see you next week. Hang in there, get some rest, drink some water. It's okay to cry. Drink water after, though. It's very important. That's probably the best advice I will give you. Otherwise, you might wake up feeling like you have a complete hangover. Not that I know what that feels like. Anyway, now I'm going to crawl over here and turn it all off. 29, 6:29, 30 minutes or less.